So, hey, I'm here with Senior Marketing Director Matthew
How's it going,
Welsh.
guys?
This guy is a young stud, future millionaire under 30. We're so impressed with you. Matthew just spoke to our Silicon Valley headquarters here in downtown San Jose, just inspired our whole entire team.
Appreciate it.
Everyone's really fired up. You brought a lot of value today.
Thank you.
And my first question is, what advice can you give to those that are looking to be more inspirational, whether in their social media, in their business, in public speaking? Because you're really great at all of that.
I really do appreciate that. I would say the number one thing would be just be who you are. Be authentic. And stories sell, facts tell. So focus on telling stories to be able to inspire people. And the more stories you sell, or the more stories that you tell, the larger impact that you're going to be able to make. For me, I always tell stories of my family, where we've come from, where we're going, and those stories are what inspire people because they look at my story, somebody who battled with anxiety, they look at my story, somebody who's not the most talented and skilled, and they say, wow, that kid can do it at 19, making six figures, 23, making $300,000+ a year on his way to $1 million at 24 in annual income. If he can do it, I could definitely do it. And so that's what I would say. Tell the story of where you're going and your past story on why it's going to allow you to get to where you're going.
Yeah, and hey, he had a lot of touching stories. You definitely touched me sharing about your dad, and so you can tell that you have a big why, and that's important. So,
Thank you.
And then my next question is, what are you most excited about for 2019? We're 11 days into the new year.
Man.
What are you most looking forward to, Matthew?
I would say in 2019, most important is helping as many people as possible get to where they want to be. For us, I'm a coach in business, I'm a leader in business, and so for me, my success, or at least my fulfillment, comes from seeing my team win, seeing our people win, seeing our people make big money, seeing our people fulfilled for the difference that we're making in families' lives. And so for me, my thing that I'm looking forward to the most is helping 10 people cross over a six-figure and $250,000 income in the year of 2019.
Wow.
So that's where we're focusing, development of leaders, and now we're going to go make a big impact that way.
Right, and isn't that going to make you a millionaire as well?
Yes, that will make me $1 million in annual income. If you help enough people get to where they want to be, you will ultimately get to where you want to be as well.
Okay, I need to get some of that. So he's rubbing off on me right now. So Matthew is actually expanding his successful business down in San Diego. You guys are really taking over Southern California.
I appreciate that.
And I know I just got a chance to fly down there, spend some time with your guys' team. I was so impressed with just the caliber of individuals. But that was a big decision. You're taking over, you open an office. What advice could you give to those that are looking to make a big decision in their life?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just first and foremost, the things that we're doing in San Diego are things that we would learn from you guys and everything that you guys have done up here. So we're just taking what you guys have done and we're duplicating it down in San Diego. The advice that I would give is I would say that entrepreneurs take risks. And if you want big results in your lifetime, big results come from big decisions. If you never make a big decision, you're never going to get a big result. And so what I would really encourage you to do is take calculated risk, but take big risks, things that force you to get out of your comfort zone. You know, if you look up the definition of entrepreneur, it says to take some sort of financial risk in order to get some sort of financial benefit. And so take a risk so that way you can further yourself not only in business but in your life. You never grow while in your comfort zone, you only grow outside your comfort zone. So on the other side of I don't feel like it, on the other side of I don't want to do it, on the other side of I'm afraid or I'm scared or I'm worried is everything that you can ever want. And I'm a firm believer that all the gifts that God has blessed us with is right on the other side of our fear, and the adversary has put up a barrier, a blockade with our fears and doubts. And so if you can tear down that fear, tear down that doubt, all of a sudden you can get to your gift, and that gift will allow you to be fulfilled because you are fulfilling your ultimate purpose. Wow. So that's what I would say.
That's amazing. And I have to say that was my favorite thing that you said today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That was just powerful, very touching. And then how important do you think it is to focus on faith and to have faith in your life, right? That self-belief.
Absolutely. I think having faith is everything. Having self-belief is everything. When we were opening up our office, to be honest with you, there was a lot of checks that we wrote in a small amount of time, not only for the office, but for family. It was during tax season, wrote some big checks there. My family called me, had an emergency, needed some big checks there. There's just a lot of things that fell on my plate. And then it was, hey, we need to open up an office. And so I had to have faith that, I believe that if it was given to me, if a vision was given to me, if a dream was given to me, it's a preview of what my life could look like if I only took action. And so I believe that God said, hey, you need to go open up an office. You need to go open up San Diego. You need to go set the pace in a city, in an area that's untapped with nobody there. And so he gave me that vision, and he gave me a preview of what my life could look like, right? So I had to go fulfill that preview. And so having faith is everything. Faith without works is dead. So you got to have faith and you got to apply it, but you also have to have the action behind that faith to go out there and make happen what you know is possible of making happen.
Wow, that's good. I'm inspired all over again.
Thank you very much.
This is good stuff. And then last question, if you had 30 seconds left in the world,
oh man,
and you had to give your last piece of advice, what advice would that be?
Die empty. Die empty. Leave it all on the playing field. We only get one shot at this life, and when we get to our deathbed, there's a couple of things that's going to happen. Number one, we are going to be on that deathbed just regretting everything that we didn't do, or we're going to be fulfilled from everything that we attempted to do. Whether we failed or won doesn't matter. The goal is just to try and give your best. And so I would say die empty. Give it everything that you have. When I was playing sports, my coach used to say, leave it all on the field. Get your jersey dirty. Leave it all on the field. And if I could walk off the soccer field, then I didn't give it my all. Well, if I get to my deathbed and I didn't give it everything that I've got, if I could walk out comfortably or walk out with regret, that means I didn't leave it all on the field. So I would say die empty. Ed Milet talks about that. He truly believes that when he gets to heaven, he's going to have the opportunity to be introduced to who he's supposed to be. And so he has this vision of him, passing away, going to heaven. He sees someone super sharp, stud of studs, ambitious, winner, champion, and he goes up to him and he says, hey, I feel like I know you. Do I know you? And he looks at him and says, hey, I'm who you were supposed to be. Right? So when you die, is it going to be like meeting that person in the mirror, looking in the mirror, or is it going to be like meeting a total stranger? And so die empty, leave it all on the playing field, give it everything that you've got, so you can make sure that you finish this thing out and die empty, not with regret.
Wow, that was awesome, Matthew. Thank you so much for your time
today.
It. We appreciate you coming out to Silicon Valley from San Diego. You guys just heard it from Matthew Welsh himself. He's a senior marketing director, making $30,000 to $40,000 a month. Next future millionaire, under 30, and so good today. Great
30
value.
Under 30, you're ready for it.
All right, we're ready for it. Thank you again so much, Matthew.
Thank you
we
so much for
appreciate
having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.